It's been a while. It's been a long journey. But I believe I have done it again. Because I did this on a previous save file. Our generous benefactor returns. Have you anything new for us today, sir? Yes. I have a featherless turkey for you. That is museum monster number 33. A featherless turkey. A bald bird with a grumpy attitude. Why, thank you so much for your donation. We have read that so many times. But there's one more. Yes, I have the shuttlecock bird. Man, this thing cost me an arm and a leg almost. A shuttlecock bird, one-legged with aerodynamic plumage. Why, thank you so much for your donation, sir. The former glory of the museum is beginning to be restored. After 34 monsters... Are you serious? I'm missing one? Which one am I missing? Oh well. Greetings. Oh, I've recovered another jewels. Let's select stolen jewel. Astounding, you've recovered the stolen jewel of Uraeus. The city can never thank you enough for this. However, as a token of our gratitude, please accept this gold ankh piece. Da-da-da-da. Got a gold ankh piece. Collect 4 of these and a person with the right skills will be able to increase your health capacity. I'm missing one. I thought 34 was the limit. Oh, whatever. You know what? This VOD is going to be dedicated to all the monsters we have collected so far in the museum. Because if I'm missing one, I am literally missing just one. And son of a gun, I know which one it is. Be right back. Hi, we're back. So, our generous benefactor. Yes, I have something to do. I believe what I'm missing is a skull worshipper. A skull worshipper, a powerful ally to the forces of evil. Why, thank you so much for your donation. That should be everything there. 35, not 34. My math was wrong. I am not surprised. Our museum at last is full, and thanks in no small part to your efforts, you have made the city of Abydos proud. Alas, I can only offer you no reward. Okay. Alas, I can offer you no reward for your hard work, but please accept this Master Hunter certificate. May it be a constant reminder of how grateful we are. I am a Master Hunter. And now it's time to complain. Little bit of a complaint. Complaint number 51 I have about this game. The absolute worst reward, at least from 2003 I can think of, for collecting all the monsters. It is not worth it at all. Simply put, not worth it at all. I might have counted this complaint twice, but it's worth twice, because going through all that work of making sure you capture every monster and making sure you got one of everything for this museum, all you get is a piece of paper saying, let me just take a look, see, where is that piece of paper? Piece of paper, where is it? Yeah, Master Hunter, a certificate for the Abydos Museum presented to you after you completed the museum's natural history collection. Ow. I did not realize I was recording with this light not really working. No idea why it did that, but okay. That was a flashbang. Alright, whatever. I'll roll with it. So, museum tour for real. This is every monster that's in the game, and if you couldn't tell by looking way over there, that is the reason I avoided it for so long, because it's a bit of a spoiler. But we're going to go around this whole museum, and we're going to inspect everything except for the jewels, because we don't quite have all the jewels yet. The Skeletal Axemen. Rumored to be former warriors of an ancient dark Egyptian army, members of the undead, their origin is unknown. Now rarely seen in groups larger than 3, in the past they formed whole battalions. The Half-Brute. The name Half-Brute understates the nature of these aggressive two-legged monsters predominantly found in desert regions. A descendant of the Full Brute, a despicable lizard now widely acknowledged to be extinct. Slime Burble. Sporting spindlier limbs when compared to other burbles, Slim Burble, not Slime Burble. Wow. The Slim Burble is capable of laying eggs with alarming frequency. Living in warrens built at the base of cliff faces, its fiery temperament derives from a diet that primarily consists of fresh flowing lava. I know that feeling, bro. I love eating spicy food. Goofy lizard. The goofy lizard's behavior implies a complete lack of common sense, matched only by their apparent lack of coordination. The most popular domesticated animal in existence. More so than dogs, really? Cobra. A hooded and highly poisonous snake. Venomous! No, that's another complaint. This is just in general. Venomous snakes, not poisonous snakes. If it bites you and you die, it is venomous. If you bite it and you die, it is poisonous. Just throwing that out there. The cobra commonly makes its home in dark and secluded areas, surprising many unsuspecting explorers. Almost a bull. Often found in Heliopolis, the almost a bull's defense mechanism sees it shrink in order to present a smaller target for any attacker. A unique breeding mistake led to one hand being replaced with a third horn, almost an evolutionary anomaly. Is there a pun in there? Is there innuendo? I'm not sure. Squirts. The squirt is a shy, easily frightened creature. The high value of the squirt comes as a result of being immune to capture beetles. Man, it's having a trip. Cyclops. Named so for its single eye, this biped is capable of charging bolts of fire, teleportation, and duplication. Another complaint. I know some people aren't really a fan of the Oxford comma. I know there are authors that are not fans of the Oxford comma, but I'm a fan of the Oxford comma, and this one could really use it. Their combination of skin and hair color has sometimes seen them confused with a certain root vegetable. Meanwhile, sea turtle. The sea turtle is a solitary creature fond of the open ocean. Its large size is a result of its immense lifespan. The oldest sea turtle to have been found was aged in excess of 3 centuries. I don't think we've ever seen this guy in the wild anywhere. We have the smiling burble. This little creature is one of the less harmful members of the burble family, having lost the explosive properties indicative of its species. Their powerful horns can shatter rock, although their lack of coordination lessens the threat this would normally pose. Hey, it's the spitting toad. The so-called spitting toad got its name from its tendency to swallow first, think later. I called it lava toad at the beginning of this whole LP, didn't I? Ah well. Anything that is not to the toad's rather picky taste is spat out quite forcefully. And we have a sign here that reads, Natural History. Some of this species here in the Natural History Department demonstrate highly aggressive behavior in the wild. The museum assures you that they pose no threat to visitors. Special enchantments are in place, securing all exhibits to their plinth. However, please pay careful attention to remain on the correct side of the roped-off areas. Ah, yeah. You. Big Bull. The hammer-wielding monstrosity is renowned for its bad temper. Such as the size of its weapon, it acts as a shield without the need for a defensive pose. That ain't much of a hammer. That looks more like a double-sided pick. But whatever. Geb. Sharing the name of the ancient earth god, Gebs used to be peaceful creatures. Oh, okay. I was wrong about my complaint about that. I'm still keeping it, though. Nowadays, they are little more than obedient muscle for the fearsome Geb queen. This is why I didn't come to the museum. That would have spoiled things. Another sign. Natural History. Welcome to the Natural History section of Abydos Museum. Many of the animals in this collection are not native to Abydos. As such, this collection represents the only opportunity for many people to see them firsthand. This one's literally swimming in the waters of Abydos, just saying. Spinefish. The spinefish's deceptively beautiful display fins hide deadliest poisonous spines which it uses to fend off would-be aggressors. Do I need to go over the venomous poisonous thing again? The spinefish is an extremely territorial animal and is commonly used by the upper classes in their defensive moats. Okay, fine, so it was in Abydos because of rich people. Figures. Let's keep going through the museum. Have I read this sign? Abydos Museum coming soon. The Abydos Museum News Papyrus. features updates on all new exhibitions, information about our existing displays, competitions, and much more. Competitions at a museum? Evidence Museum, for your convenience and interest, each museum exhibit has its own plaque with a brief description. If you would like to hear more about anything you see in this museum, please don't hesitate to ask a member of our staff. There's literally 2 of them. Not only does the museum set new standards in public education, it is also an important facility for research and development. While you enjoy the displays on offer, our staff are busy studying, interpreting, and understanding. Discoveries often lead to improvement in our everyday lives. Oxford, comma. I don't believe I've read this sign. Evidence Museum. No food or drink are to be consumed on the premises. Let's keep the museum, the pride of our city, clean and tidy during your visit. Alright. Next major wing of the museum. We're going to start off with the rat. A large rodent well known for its ability to spread diseases, often found in sewers and other poorly sanitized areas. The name rat is also used to signify a treacherous or untrustworthy person. The Mummy Chihuahua. A Chihuahua is a smooth-coated dog of diminutive stature. The mummification process makes their undead counterpart very aggressive. A popular pet of a former pharaoh, they went to the tomb with their master. And here we have the armadillo. These peculiar waddling quadrupeds normally walk along at a slow pace. Ugh. Sorry, museums kind of bore me. Their hard shell doubles up as a weapon when spinning along the ground. Certain popular children's tales claim their origins as the union of the hedgehog and a tortoise. The skeletal spider. One of the most unique-looking members of its species, the skeletal spider stands out with the unusual vertical growth of its spine. Native to Uruk, where their fleshless bodies are little affected by the scorching heat. It has 4 legs. It's not a spider. It's not even an insect. It's whatever. The whole game doesn't know how to count to 8, apparently. Or it was just polygonal counts during this time were limited during, the PS2, Xbox, GameCube era. The nose needler. The nose needler certainly does needle, provoking their prey until its judgment is clouded by anger. Burrowing through soft soil at great speed, they emerge briefly and throw a brace of rocks at an enemy before going underground once again and repeating the process. The shell critter, something we had to buy from the monster place. A shy herbivorous reptile renowned for spending most of its life retreated inside its shell. Despite being fairly commonplace, excessive cruelty to shell critters has given them protected species status. The mummy worm, an undead invertebrate which spits out harmful balls of fire. Rooted to the spot and unable to burrow, they are sometimes kept as sentries to ward off unwanted visitors. The wasp spider. One of the slower members of the spider family, the tips of their claws hold a powerful sting. The wasp spider prefers the cool breezes found in coastal regions, which is why we found literally none of them in coastal regions. The spike spider. Perhaps the smallest member of the spider family, it is swifter than most thanks to its strong legs. If that's literally the smallest spider family in this universe, no thank you. The spike spider is a pack hunter, and in groups they will surround their prey and attack from all directions simultaneously. Ah yes, these things which don't respawn. The exopiranha. The exopiranha's external skeleton makes them incredibly resilient. Faster and more intelligent than other types of piranha known, they are undeniably as ugly as the wounds they are known to inflict. Wow, a museum roasting you. Piranha. A vicious fish native to a strange and far-off land. Those found on this continent have the voracious appetite of their overseas counterparts, but are also amphibious. Similar to rats, in recent years the piranha has become an increasingly hazard in large towns. So about that voracious as piranha thing, that's not actually true. There's a whole thing about that I won't go into, but that's just a common trope that kind of needs to die. The mummy eagle, another reason I didn't come here, because this would have spoiled what happens in Heliopolis. The mummy eagle is one of the biggest birds known to exist. Its great size and strength means that it can easily pick up people. This ability has been known to have been exploited by the ancients who used an eagle stone to summon the birds. And hey look, another sign. Natural History Abydos Museum graciously accepts any donation to the Natural History Department. However, due to the limitations in space, only one monster of each kind can be maintained. Speak to the curator in the reception for more information. Ah yes, this thing. Sunflower. This perennial plant has been known to live for many centuries. Immobile for most of the time, it springs to life when threatened and fires off 3 spore attacks simultaneously to virtually guarantee harm befalls any potential threat. Tree Creature. The tree creature is one of the few plants known to have magical abilities from birth. These trees are born, not seeded. Oh boy. It distracts any potential threat with a mesmerizing glow of light which emanates over its head. While underground... Oh, goodness. Man, where's the coffee shop around here? While underground roots rapidly burst through the ground to attack. Alright, what do we got here? Natural history, please refrain from feeding any of the animals exhibited. Many animals have specific dietary requirements and consumption of unnatural food could be poisonous. The correct use of poison. The small frog. The small frog originates from the toxic swamplands. As a result, it is very resistant to toxic substances. And hey, the alert spider. The alert spider spends its life above the ground climbing over walls or ceilings. From this high vantage point, it is able to drop down onto unsuspecting prey without drawing attention to itself. Yeah, it's 2 out of 3 wings explored. Now we have 1 more to go. It's going to be over here. And the final wing. The electric eel, in case we wanted to see that up close. The electric eel is quite a docile animal in its natural habitat. However, due to the electric field it creates, any water in which it swims in becomes electrified and very dangerous to unsuspecting animals. Here we are. Chihuahua. A favorite pet of the rich, Chihuahuas are very energetic. While the dog-loving community adores Chihuahuas, most find their incessant yapping highly irritating. Ain't that the truth? Okay, truth be told, I love Chihuahuas. I have a cousin who has one. It's adorable. We trust all visitors depart this building at closing time. However, should you find yourself locked in, we'd recommend seeking a suitable hiding spot out of view of any monsters. That is not comforting. Green giant worm. The largest invertebrate creature known, it is also one of the few carnivorous worms in existence. Green giant worms uniquely fortify the entrances to their subterranean tunnel networks, affording some forewarning as to their presence. Blade scorpion, I literally gave you 1 museum. Why do you have 6? This lobster-like arachnid has a very different jointed tail to the regular... Whoa, excuse me. To the regular scorpion, with twice as much potential to harm. As well as carrying a deadly sting at the tail's tip, the blade scorpion's tail is just that, a lethal razor-sharp blade capable of scything through armor. Oh, hey, look! A manta ray, a creature I don't think we've also seen in the game at all either. The manta ray's natural habitat is the open ocean. They usually prefer to prey upon small schools of fish, but have been known to attack larger animals if provoked. I'm willing to bet some of the monsters we're seeing here are cut content and they're just here, especially with these 3. The shuttlecock bird. The shuttlecock bird may only be able to fly short distances at a time, but its one leg allows for some powerful hopping. The unique arrangement of feathers around its head makes it incredibly aerodynamic when lunging to attack. The featherless turkey. Specially bred to enable quick and simple food processing, over the years the featherless turkey has developed a complex. They ram into anyone nearby, seemingly blaming everything living they come across for the loss of their plumage. The mummy bird. When mummified, bandages were wrapped around the mummy bird's eyes to safeguard against superstition. As a result, it relies on its sense of hearing to locate prey, leaping with claws extended in the approximate direction of the sound. Oof. Ah yes, the knives cat. A much faster and more deadly relative of the crab hands, possesses a remarkable sense of hearing. How are cats related to crabs? I don't know. While humanoid in shape, you only have to see a knives cat hunting to appreciate where the feline half of the name comes from. The crab hands. A combination of humanoid and shellfish make up this monster found throughout the land. The gold armor plating adorning crab hands is permanently welded to its body and enchanted to allow for growth. Welded. That? Okay. Sure, we'll roll with that. The sharp beak. The sharp beak's slender form makes it a lithe warrior, and they are well trained in swordsmanship techniques. Dark magic is rumored to be the cause of this unusual blend of lizard and bird. You. Skull Worshipper. Cannot believe I only captured one of you for... Was that for the quest? Where's that intern list? Yeah, Skull Worshipper for Monster List 3. I captured one and never captured a second. A powerful ally to the forces of evil, skillful and ruthless fighters. The Skull Worshipper is precisely that. Their dwellings are said to be adorned with skulls by those who have lived to escape. Skull Swordsman. Highly trained in many swordsmanship techniques and deadly opponents. Similar to the Skull Worshippers, they too can summon a ghostly skull, which drains the soul's essence on contact. Dark Worshipper. Adventurers should approach the shadows of any dungeon with caution, for a Dark Worshipper may be lurking in the darkness. Said to be the tortured souls of former warriors trapped between our world and the afterlife. Wow, that is dark, game. Granted, there was also human sacrifice at the very beginning of the game, so whatever. For your safety, the curators of the Abyss Museum ask that visitors do not attack the animals. We request that anyone carrying weapons keep it concealed at all times. I'm a rule breaker. But yeah, let's put that away so I'm not yelled at. So yeah, that is every animal and monster that's captured for the Abyss Museum. And I've got a little time left. Let's go take care of one... Well, rather, not take care of. Let's see the one jewel that I have just received. I believe it was this one. When quarrying began many centuries ago, this jewel was discovered deep within the bowels of the deserts. Convinced of greater wealth deeper down, the king who ordered the excavation caused the deaths of thousands of slaves. Only after these innocent lives were lost did he concede that no more treasure would emerge from the depths. Wow. Wow. That is... Oof. Have I read this one? Ownership of this jewel is said to enchant those who carry it with unfailing honesty. The legendary bandit Sipta donated this jewel to the museum before turning himself into the authorities, confessing to over 200 criminal acts. Pretty sure I've already read these three earlier. What do you got to say? You are a real hero. I cannot wait until all the Abyss jewels have been returned. Goody. Oh, we got a couple minutes left. Like, 9 or so? Yeah. So without much further ado, I need to grind for some money because... if I double check, I have 2 gold long pieces. One is going to be getting from from the guy who sells stuff for Onyx, and another one's going to come from getting the last Abyss jewel. But I need at least 200 gems. Not gems. What is this, Spyro? I need 200 scarabs. And the best way to grind for money is going to go through the Simon Says game. Just real quick. Actually, hang on a second. I know what I can do as well. Because at this point, I really don't need fire armadillos. At all. In fact, hang on. Come to think of it. I have 8 Atanais on me, and I bought... I should not have bought those Atanais at the jeweler or whatever. Not at the jeweler, the guy who sells stuff for Onyx Scarabs. I want to sell monsters, please. I'm going to sell both of these for 10 scarabs apiece. Nope, not buy. Sell. Sell the 1 fire armadillo, because I'm pretty sure at this point I don't need anymore. I mean, talking to the brothers who are doing the farm thing, that... Oof, I don't want to do that. Or one thing I could do for real quick cash other than kill myself by accident. all these jars here respawn. So I can just go back and forth and, you know, enter a building, exit a building, and they're just back. But I believe this is the place I need to go for a couple extra jewels. Super easy to do this. Definitely the best way to grind for money, aside from doing the farm stuff. Yes, I wish to play. Give me the expert level. Come on. And it should be the last one, I believe. There we go. 45 scarabs, so slightly more than doubling my money each time I do this. That is gonna take a while. More importantly, every time I exit here, I can simply wait for it. Come back over here, smash another one of these, grab another 20 or so. So yeah, it's not terribly difficult grinding for money, but I'm not going to do that on camera. Well, at least for the VOD. That's just burn. For now, let's head back. Let's go back to Heliopolis, because I believe what's up next is a talk with a pharaoh.